quick concept check for us on secondary qualifications for trade setups. Here in the Module 4, secondary qualifications on bullish breakouts. And we're going to look at this little checklist here where we're looking for a longer term uptrend. We're going to make sure our RSI isn't overbought. We're going to talk about market and sector correlation, double check earnings, and then fundamentals. If I don't get at least 3 out of those 5 secondary qualifications, it might dissuade me from taking that trade. So I've been looking at RSG on the scouting report for Public Services Inc. and just trying to fall in line with the secondary qualifications. It's got a really nice uptrend in a cup and handle, so it's got a longer term uptrend. It's got a nice cup and handle pattern for a breakout. It's got an RSI, which we'll talk about in the next video, that's above 50 and below 70, so that's showing signs of strength. So I've got those things looking well. This is an industrial stock, so I'm going to compare this to the industry, and then I'm going to do a correlation. So I'm going to do XLI for the industrial sector, and it's pretty neutral down below the 50 period moving average, above the 200 period moving average, chopping sideways. So industrials are looking really soft by comparison to RSG, and that might be enough to dissuade me. Now I'm going to go click on a little indicator here, and I'm going to type in the correlation indicator. And on the correlation indicator, I'm going to edit that, and I'm going to say, well, how well does this thing correlate to its index? So I'm going to type in the industrial sector, and then we're going to read this little indicator and see if it gives us that correlation or not. And if it's highly correlated to the sector, then it's probably more important. I'm going to go put, 0 here would be 0 correlation, +1 would be positive correlation, -1 would be negative correlation. And it looks like this indicator's all over the place. And it looks like in the past it's been relatively highly correlated with the industry group. Back in December through February, it stayed up near 1. Right now it's 0.28, so it's correlated about 28% of the time, ballpark, for lack of a better reference there. And again, sometimes it's positively correlated, sometimes it's negatively correlated, so I probably don't need to put too much weight on that correlation. Because the correlation, it's not highly correlated. If it was up above like 0.50 consistently, or you saw it behaving like it did back here in December with just high level of correlation, that would probably be important. And then, of course, we can go double check the rest of that list. So we've got a longer term uptrend, RSI, sector correlation, that one breaks down, so we're out there. Double check earnings and fundamentals. So let's go double check the earnings. And again, this is one where, they do have earnings coming up here in several, weeks out, months out. It's only been a couple weeks since they had their last earnings announcement. And they are paying a dividend. That's nice. That's attractive to investors. It's got, they came in right on par. They just came in right at their earnings estimate. The previous quarter, they beat their earnings. They came in right shy of earnings. They're just right on par with their estimates. It looks like they're just either beating or missing right within a penny or so. So that's a good sign. They've got decent earnings. And of course, I can go, look at the Analyze tab and look at all the fundamental data, and I can see, down here by the numbers, what kind of earnings per share do they have, what kind of, price to earnings ratio. They're showing 3.23, earnings per share, current annual. Their price to earnings ratio is 27.8. So it's not over 30. It's not high. It's not crazy high, but it's not low. So price to earnings ratio, and I could look at other things like the PEG ratios, and again, I could look at growth estimates, return on equity metrics and things like that. I can dig deep into the fundamentals if I want to. For a quick swing trade, I think that we've got earnings checks out, fundamentals were a little iffy when I looked at the numbers just briefly. So I got 1, 2, 3 out of 5. So this kind of comes down to discretion whether or not I want to place the trade on this, and it comes down to those reward to risk ratios. The market's looking like it's in an uptrend, look like it's poised to break out, stock's poised to break out. If I don't like the trade, I'm not going to force it. You never force the trade. But if I'm still feeling like I've got a good chance of a breakout here, I'll probably just take a smaller position and use a trailing stop to reduce the risk. But that's what we're looking for, is that secondary confirmation. And again, if it doesn't check enough boxes, you don't force the